Welcome in, everyone. Today I heard know thyself. So that will be the central focus of this reading. And the first card that came out was the Empress. And yeah, the Empress knows who she is as an eternal being. An Empress embodies all four of the queens in the tarot. So she is able to be a clear channel for the spirit to come through. She has vision to see the truth as it is. She has the ears to hear, and she follows her intuition. She is a heart-centered person with a clear mind. So she's been through many, many trials. I have several cards here on the table. I also pulled an oracle from A Course in Miracles app, acim.now, and it's just so swift and beautiful. It's workbook lesson 359. It says, and I'll just show you, this is what got pulled on the oracle. It says, God's answer is some form of peace. All pain is healed, all misery replaced with joy. All prison doors are opened, and all sin is understood as merely a mistake. Wow. The Spirit is literally saying, you came here to this reality to embody this Empress energy, and you have the ability to acquire consistent peace inside of you. And when you do, all your pain is healed, and all your misery is replaced with joy, and all prison doors are opened. And it's a beautiful reminder that there is no sin. There is only the correction of the error in the mind. So the next card that came out was the Magician. The third card that came out is the Two of Cups. So that Magician is looking at the Two of Cups. So first we embody this Empress energy where we know thyself. And we are aware that all pain and suffering is literally in the mind and can be overcome as Jesus overcame the world. So we are told, I'm just hearing, just do it. Like, ignore the error in the mind, overlook the error in the brother, in your brothers and sisters. And as you're practicing that, you are going to be able to form relationships that are not only healing, but that are gentle and loving and compassionate and collaborative. And, a person who is safe and secure in themselves, where they come from, who they are, as a child of eternal love, as a child of, as a person that overlooks personhood and stands in the presence of love and attention and focus, listening to all that is, noticing their surroundings, hearing what someone is saying from deep within their heart, not the words that they're saying, but hearing the call for love that's behind the tears. You are literally that magician. The magician in the tarot can create anything because it is co-creating with the universe, with God, with its maker. The magician is able to think. I remember Deepak Chopra said once he thought of ice cream and someone knocked on the door with chocolate ice cream and he was thinking of chocolate ice cream. That is the magician. You merely have done so much work in the mind that you just think of something or someone and it appears. Possibly that someone you're thinking of has passed over and they're not in your physical reality, but you can feel their love. So this is a high state of mind. The Empress is able to be a passerby in the world, is able to allow the energies of consciousness to come through, but to not judge what they're seeing, what they're experiencing, to allow that energy to pass through if it's upsetting and to let it be judged for them instead of them judging it themselves. That is a high state of mind. And on this earth, on this plane, in our experience now, we seem to be dealing with bodies, ourselves and others. And what these cards are saying is that you're able now to hold the presence, hold the space, be the space of love for all of your relationships. And in all of your relationships, there is transformation happening, transformation from fear to love. No longer being afraid to be vulnerable and expose yourself in front of your brothers and sisters, and accepting the stranger in. Yes, this is a lot of Course in Miracles dialogue, and it's very helpful. It's very metaphysical. It's like the Matrix, where there is no world in form. It's a simulation, and we are in reality in the heart of God. Heaven is a state of mind, and we can choose to be there right here and now. Hell is also a state of mind, and we can choose that thought system as well, or we can practice to overcome it. And ultimately, we are all here to overcome the belief in death, pain, and suffering. Because surrounding this Two of Cups, the energy is a deep desire in the heart to come out of the belief that a heart can be broken, that a person can leave you by either death or deciding to walk away, that there's also beliefs that people cannot be trusted. There's beliefs in deception and, control. So all of these beliefs in relationships are now, like, there's just a light in the mind that is receiving a different way to look at thyself and the relationships. The relationships are all reflecting the state of mind that I am in. So I am being asked to look at these relationships again with the Holy Spirit and get an interpretation that is one of love instead of fear-based. There are two emotions in reality only, love or fear, and all the other emotions stem from those two categories, love or fear. So we're trying to overcome, forgive, overlook the error of fear and come into a life of love. But that does require mental conflict usually. And it's, I was at the hairdresser the other day, and she was just saying, she's an older lady and has like a young, handsome Mexican boyfriend. And he was doing all the work with her horses and spraying the yard and doing all this work. And she was doing my hair saying, I can't trust him. He's a young Mexican guy. He's had all these women. And I was like, well, he seems gorgeous and humble and so kind to me. And I said, A Course in Miracles says that your brother or sister will be exactly what you think he will be to you. So I just gave her that idea. Like, if you believe he's not trustworthy, that's what he's going to reflect back to you. And by the time I was leaving, I'm like, take him out to dinner. She's like, he wants my money. I'm like, take him out to dinner. Love him. Give him everything, especially all of your trust, and see what you get back. And she was ready to try it. So it's really our choice how we choose to view our life, or the ones in our life. How are we going to treat them, think of them, be with them? It's like, and how we treat them is how we're treating ourselves in our mind. So we can see if we are feeling very untrustworthy, then it's really ourselves that we're not trusting. So I did get some cards to clarify, and what the energy shows is that there's been a lot of moments that have been destabilizing in the mind, and you are getting much better at handling those moments of shock and uncertainty. And that really is the journey, because it feels like there's a transition from the old way of seeing things into the new way. And even though we talk a lot about the tower, we talk a lot about the rug feeling like it's being pulled, but all of those moments are just really here. And I did clarify. I guess I will show you those clarifying cards. The clarifiers are the Tower, the Page of Swords and the Three of Swords. And it's really, if any of you know my readings, this Page of Swords card is about choosing the spirit over the ego. For me as a reader, that is what is happening, and that is what that's what's clarifying this magician. You're standing in your own energy and in the energy of those around you, choosing another way to see them and yourself, choosing another way to react to them and yourself, choosing another way to hear their words, which is going beyond their words and seeing the light of love in them. The same thing with the chaos in your mind, going beyond that stream of thought and seeing the light in your mind. And that is what is being chosen here. You know, are you going to look into the book of form and earthly reality, and are you going to go by the book, or are you going to ascend the laws of the world and go into the laws of God, which are very simple? Judge not. The Bible can be summed up in 2 words: judge not your brother or yourself. And then we're going to look at the other golden rule: love God with all thy heart and love your brother as yourself. So that is really what the focus is on the mind: loving, understanding, compassion, kindness, yourself, and everyone that the Holy Spirit has placed in your life at this time, in your atmosphere. That is your assignment. Whoever, what pets, what animals, what people, and what situations are in front of you, that is your way out of hell. That is your lesson. That is your assignment. That is your job: to see the truth, to see with love, to be given vision, to hear the words beyond the words, to see a world where the light of love and God has touched upon everything, to see the light beyond the form. That is the goal, and you are doing it. Peace is the goal, as we read in the oracle message. God's answer is some form of peace. All pain is healed, all misery replaced with joy, all prison doors are opened, and all sin is understood as merely a mistake, which means we have nothing to forgive in reality. We have no reason to even feel guilty. We just choose not to go there. Other clarifiers I got was the devil. Hey, this is the ego. Are we going to take his hand? Or are we going to take the cup of love that the universe is offering us? A cup of love, an unknown cup where the heart follows something that it doesn't understand fully, but is willing to be led by the truth, by the connection with the divine, by asking and receiving. Ask and you shall receive. This isn't a quick fix or a band-aid. This is a journey, and I'll show you the cards. Okay, so more clarifiers I got were the Chariot, the Four of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. And basically, the story reads that you are not going to be pushing through this awakening anymore. Literally, you are being asked to live your life as a walking prayer, to be restful in each moment. Don't push through your cooking. Don't push through a phone call. Don't push through dinner. I'm talking to myself. It's a slow journey where everyone you meet is a holy encounter, and everywhere you go, you drop the seeds of love behind you. This guy even got off his horse and he's walking. Enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination. That is what they're saying. You are to take each step as guided by the Spirit. You know, every moment is a chance to awaken to love, because in reality, there is no time. All we have is now. So we can't make a better future by trying to work towards a specific goal. You know, I have friends who have stage 4 cancer, and if they're very, very still and present, they say they cannot feel pain. So that is meaning that you can overcome the entire world when you get very, very present and in the now. Drop into the heart and out of the head and say, what is this? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? We can live our lives this way in the glory of God's direction, in the glory of God's love, being moved in each moment instead of trying to get it right or be approved of by others or be a hero of something. Really, there's just one of us, one mind, one love, one creation. And when we drop into the stillness, we can feel we are part of everything. And that's our practice. So thank you for joining me. Those are the messages that I have for you, and I will see you next time. It's the light in me, sees the light in you. It's the love inside of my heart, trying to break through. It's the light in me that wants to love you. It's the innocence inside me that I try to ignore. It's the magnitude beside me that carries me, I'm sure. The littleness I seek is a war against me. I've had my share of dreams that slip away. These two worlds are driving me insane. One's got my arms, the other has my legs. I surrender my plans.